Ladies and gentlemen, I think the Snap Call podcast is back. I know you guys have been wondering, well, where are these guys? What have they been doing? Chris has been sending his lawyers my way, trying to see. He's showing me the contract I signed and how many pods I would agree to. And he's right. In the fine print, it says basically my entire life has been signed over. So I don't actually have a social life anymore. And but I do have to do these pods, and that's a good thing. So, Chris, you're at the residence today, the parental residence. How's that going for you?
Pretty good, yeah. I had a little chat with them. I dropped my son's umpiring a baseball game. So that was not the most enjoyable to watch, I would say, because there's not too many calls. If it was the play dump, I'd be getting a little bit more action there. But I decided to come over and say hi to them and get some good Wi-Fi for a solid connection for a pod. So that's what we're doing here.
Yeah, that's solid. We did try to do this pod yesterday, but it felt like we were back on the old 2888 modem, like choppy connection. And for something, the satellites weren't lined up yesterday, so it wasn't going to happen. But we're here now. And so your son's down there doing his first umpire gig where he's doing the lines calls, but not the actual home plate umpire, right?
Yeah, he's a base ump. He's done it a couple times. They pay the same for both, which I think we discussed being a little bit too much for a kid. They're getting $35 a game, and they basically have to work for 2 hours. So call it $17.50 an hour, or less sometimes. So yeah, that's a pretty good deal for. My other son does it. He's 9, and then this is a 12-year-old. So pretty good wage.
That's really good. Yeah, no, they must enjoy having that spending money, and it's better. It's not bad that it doesn't have to come out of your wall either. So when they do want something, it's like, okay, you can spend your money, right?
Yeah, it's better than a paper route. I can't remember what the official stats were on my paper route, but deliver that thing every day, and I swear you got like 14 cents a week. Like, it was ridiculous. So it was healthy though. You got to walk around. So a lot of kids had a paper route back in their day, and now mostly digital. I think there's still some news going around. They send the flyers around. So
yeah. They do exploit the youngins in terms of those paper deliveries. I remember we had somebody ask us if we wanted to take over their paper route. It was like me and my sister, and it was called the Penny Savers, and I think it was in British Columbia. Yeah, and I should have known right off the bat when it was called the Penny Saver. But I think we got up at like 5:30 in the morning for like 2 weeks in a row. And handed out these papers, made like 50, 70 stops. You know, it was pretty good trek. And I swear at the end they're like, okay, thanks for all that. Now here's $6.82. Now have a good life. And my parents felt so bad. They had to step in. They're like, they had to supplement it like by a factor of like 3, or like me and my sister were gonna basically revolt and just be like, what is this? What? I swear my mom like signed us up for it. It's like, this is nothing, like, you know. Anyways, so I remember being very disappointed with the payouts from the newspaper.
Yeah, well, the difference with our family is, my mom and dad thought it was such a good gig, they passed it down. So my sister started it, and then it went to brother, and then went to the second brother, and then I picked up the rear end for the fourth. So yeah, it was, and I mean you had to go collect back in the day for Times Calling Us. You had to go collect money. So you can imagine, I was 12, 13 years old. I'm going to get a check from whoever it is on the street, and you had 50 or 60, however many people on the route, and then you had to collect your $14 from each of them, or whatever it is for the month they had to pay for. But we weren't getting a lot of money, that's for sure. But I guess they weren't getting that much either.
That's hilarious, Chris, that you even recalled that on the cast, that you actually have to go out and like collect. Like, so there was like two levels of newspaper in our area: the one that paid good, and the one that, you know, the free ones that couldn't afford to pay. Like, but the Times Colonist in our area used to pay well, and you could get some decent money out of it. I don't know if that was. I assume that's who you were doing it for, because I remember they would have like, people would have to keep track in a book, like who owes what, and now it just seems so archaic. Like, can you imagine, like, now we have, like, you just go online, you pay your bills, like people out there collecting money. Like, wow, that's That's crazy, man. When you look back on it and think on that,
Right?
that's wild. That's only like 30 years ago.
Well, yeah, and there was like I don't know if you were a part of it, but uh, we did some stuff when we were kids called egging houses, and the people that didn't pay maybe got egged a little bit more than others. So I can't confirm that,
No.
but there was some action. But yeah, it was a little bit crazy, and I think I ended up. I mean, honestly, I mean it teaches you work ethic, so it's good. And I think I ended up having around $1,000 by the time I got to high school, altogether throughout my whole childhood. So it put a decent amount in my bank account at the end of the day when you look at it, but it took a long time to get there.
Yeah, no, I remember doing that a good paper route for somebody. It's still hard, still a lot of work, but I remember crushing it on my rollerblades back in the day,
Mm.
and so when it got a little hilly, that was trouble. But if you got some straight stretches, you get the paper out a lot quicker and get it done. Like you could definitely speed it up, no matter a little bit. So. Um, But yeah, good on you. I never had like a full time route where I had to go collect or anything. It was just like sporadic. But anyways, good times, and it's just funny how things have changed. You used to be able to trust what was in the newspaper. Now it's just a bunch of phony baloney. Now it's the National Enquirer, and so instead of going into your free penny saver, come to the Snap Call podcast,
Oh yeah.
drop your comments down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe so we're here, hit the bell, turn on those notifications, and we'll answer your questions for you. We'll let you know what's real in the world, Chris, and what's fake, because we're on the ground, aren't we, buddy?
Yeah, yeah, we actually got some comments on Instagram the other day, so we'll go hit that up. I know you're not on Instagram, right? At all?
I'm like a lurker, so basically they shut down my account. I'm pretty sure they're associated with Facebook, and they I had a credit card go bad. It wasn't my fault. It sounds funny, but like I used money to buy ads on Facebook, and then somebody like hacked my card and bought more ads through Facebook, and I like didn't know what was going on, and they still blame me. So anyways, uh, Zuckerberg, if you're listening to this right now, if you could just go ahead and fix that, do a little typing, a little type. Oh yeah, that's not right. So I feel like I was unfairly targeted by Meta, and so we'll go after the compensation later. We got our lawyers. Our lawyers are busy on a lot of our other stuff, but we'll go after that later.
So you have Facebook though. You just got kicked off Insta?
Yeah, and I can't advertise on either network. Like if I wanted to like use my credit card or that credit card, they're just like, no, man, it's not happening. Like you're a scammer, and I even tried to get reinstated, but all you can do is talk to an AI chatbot who doesn't really understand where you're coming from. So that's where we're at.
Well, what I would suggest is just starting another account because that's easy to do, and
Right.
and then you can even just sign in to the account that I started, right, with the Snap Call podcast, and then you can
Right.
see all the analytics and everything. So, but yeah, comments. I'll reach out back to that person, and we'll see. I can't remember if there was any questions. I don't think there was any questions. They were more like, I'm doing 100 beers or 24 beers in 8 hours. Someone said they were going to do that challenge,
Okay.
and a couple other options. Not
Yeah.
the not the 100-year-old food. The tuna can. They weren't going after that one.
No, that's right. No, these are some hot topics, and we're starting to get a little traction out there, guys. But we do need your help. So if you're out there listening to this, please, go ahead and hit that like. Let other people know that you're watching the Snap Call podcast. It helps us out greatly, and we always want to hear your show ideas and tell us what works, what doesn't. We can take it. We're tough. So, Christopher Renton, I was going to ask you an off-topic question. Do you ever hide beers on yourself? Do you ever put up beers in a position in the fridge where you know you won't recognize them, and if you run out, potentially they'd be hidden back there for you?
Hmm. No.
Okay.
I have hidden beers. To be honest with you, though, in a different situation, it's I mean, it sounds pretty lame of me, but I'm gonna tell you anyways because that's what we're all about here on the Snap Call podcast.
Okay, let's do it.
Um, yeah, say I got 20 beers in the fridge, and someone's coming over that I'm gonna be on my rule, and I tell my kids this: they have to offer a beer to anyone that enters the house. So as soon as anyone enters the house, they have to offer a beer. That's our standard. So sometimes I will go and look in the fridge and be like, if I got a couple nice ones, I might take those out of out of circulation
Yeah.
for the guests. Unfortunately, it sounds pretty bad,
Oh,
but that's the truth. But I still leave most of the good ones, but I might keep my favorites, or more so my wife's. She's got she only drinks a few of them, so I'll pull those ones just so if she wants one ever, then she has the availability. So, but
that's good. No,
that's the only time I've hidden.
okay. No, I like that, and like I do something different where what I'll do is I will tuck a couple in a position where I wouldn't really expect them to be, like deep at the back of like the maybe the thing at the bottom like of the fridge, or I'll tuck one in like behind a box or something, and like all of a sudden I'll be out of beer. And I'll be like, hey, I wonder if I tucked one away. And like the other day, I was like so sure I was out of beer that I was going to consider borrowing one off Marg and paying her back, my roommate, and but I pulled out the bottom drawer, and you know what? Two hiddens in the back, a double hidden. I was like, let's go. So not only I was like at that point where I just needed one more beer, but I found two, and I did drink two. Full disclosure. So,
But it sounds to me like you know your own hiding spot. So you're like, you know they're back there, and you're like, oh, where are the beers? Where are the beers? Oh, what a surprise! I found them.
not always. You like you have to when you put them away. You can't think about it too long. You got to disperse them and just put them in weird spots and kind of like not let your mind remember where they are. So. So that's what I've been doing, and yeah, every once in a while it really pays off big because you're like, oh wow, I can't believe I have the beer I needed. So it was good. So, anyways, I just thought I'd ask you about that. If I do borrow a beer from my roommate, I always make sure I pay her back. That's one of my rules of thumb. And so she's got some drinks in the fridge that have been bought and had a couple of times, so she's got freshness on her side. I'm basically keeping her drinks more fresh is really what I'm doing by drinking them and putting back fresh ones. So that's kind of guy I am, Chris. It really is. It's what I do.
The question is, do you go equal or greater value, or just straight equal? Like, what's the replacement here? You can't go equal or lesser, obviously.
No.
So it's either dead equal every time or equal or greater to whose opinion is the question.
Agreed. And yeah, you cannot go lesser. That is stealing at that point because you're downgrading them from what they had. And but I think straight across is the end goal if they can get it.
Yeah.
If you in the best case scenario, you don't even know it was gone, and the next time you go to drink one, it's even more fresh than the last one. So it's like it's a win for everybody. That's why I look at the roommate borrow beer or bevy. Usually it ends up being like a spritzer, like a raspberry vodka cooler, but not something that I would drink myself very frequently. So I have to go find them.
Yeah, that's fair. So those are good though. I like having those every once in a while. But I'm sure I'll have some on this Vegas trip. So did I tell you about the Vegas trip situation going on?
I don't think so. Fill us in on the latest.
So I similar to your penny saver, I probably should have learned when I booked with Budget Air that they were going to try to pull some stuff off. So I found a pretty cheap rate. I think it was I want to say $320, we'll call it. It was a little less than that to fly to Vegas and back from Victoria. Pretty good flights. It was 6:30 in the morning, get there at 12:30 in the afternoon. It's one stop in Vancouver. And then on the way back, it was 1:20. We leave and get back at 10:40 at night, and we had a stop in Calgary or Vancouver, one of the two. So they emailed me the other day saying, sorry, your flight has been changed. Please confirm.
Wow.
And so we were leaving on Sunday and coming back on Sunday. What they changed it to is leaving on Saturday morning and coming back on Sunday evening. So we have a more than 24-hour flight, and we get in, we fly to Vancouver, and then we fly to Winnipeg, and then we stayed overnight, and then we flew to Calgary and Kelowna, and it was like, what is going on here? Like, obviously they were like, this ticket's way too cheap, and we have to cancel it. So they just made up some route and pretended. So I got on the phone with them. Anyways, after hours online on hold, I ended up canceling it. But I was scared. I wanted to keep the original flight there, but they wouldn't let me do that. I had to cancel the whole thing. So then I went back and I booked a shady one again. So a completely different route. It was ly.com. So I get the email from them with the itinerary. It's all in Chinese. I was like, this isn't a good start. But now my flight is coming from just going nonstop. It's going to Vancouver. I leave at 9:40 a.m. Arrive at 12:30. So same Vancouver flight down. And then we fly same flight back, actually 1:20, but we arrive at 4. So the only problem now is we got to get the ferry over and ferry back. So we're gonna pull an all-nighter on Tuesday night, is what it comes down. We're gonna take the last ferry on Tuesday night, go to the River Rock, and then get to the airport by 6:30 a.m. or 7 a.m. Hope that we haven't lost all our money.
Oh wow. That's crazy. Like, I heard of an airline. They're talking about this airline that failed in the United States called Spirit, and I never know how many like tinier companies maybe piggyback off them, or who knows. Like, so they might be looking at some of these flights they could have guaranteed in the past for those prices, and they're like, that flight's not happening now. It's like, so what do we do here? And then so maybe they're scrambling behind the scenes. I don't know.
Yeah, this was with WestJet the whole way. So, and then same thing. Like, I don't think like a nonstop flight, they're not going to cancel that, I don't think, or change that. They might alter it by a little bit. But yeah, I think we'll be pretty safe, but it's a little bit risky. And the refund, they said, oh yeah, we'll submit it to the airline, and then we don't know if it's going to come back. And they said 8 to 10 weeks before we hear. And I was like, okay. They're like, pretty confident I'll get it, but there's a chance we might have to pay the $1,000 and not get a refund, because our flights we booked it with no refundable option, not cancelable, anything, right?
Right.
But because they changed it to like more than 5 hours difference or whatever, then we're allowed to get a refund. But 8 to 10 weeks, I'll find out.
Oh man, that's a true schmoz there, Chris. But hopefully it works out for you. You get your money back. You get to Vegas like you need to. I'll get your report back on the you're going to the River Rock, you said. I haven't been there in a lot of years. So hopefully you can update us on what the poker room's like, what the vibe is there, because it's been a few years for me since I've been there. Used to be the most happening poker room in Vancouver for a period of time, but has dwindled and been overtaken since. But I'm sure there's lots of good games going on there. So anxious to hear about that. I will let you know that I've been playing for small ball poker a little bit, and I finished third out of 684 in the $2 hyper on GG. And I just got bored, played the $2 hyper with my little free cash that I build all the time. And 110, baby, 110 US, let's go. And reloaded me. So $2 buy-in turns into 110. I think top prize might have been like, if I got to first, it might have been like 205 or something like that. So anyways, solid showing, super happy. And yeah, let me check your audio real quick. Can I hear you?
Yeah. I can hear you. And I thought I heard you say 10, but I was like doing the math in my head. I was like 684, that's like 1,300. Like, it doesn't make sense. So 110. That's amazing. So you turned all your free roll money into actually real money. Now the kid's got a bankroll.
Yeah, man. Now I'm rolling. Now it's like I know I'm like I've been cheap lately, right? Like I'll bankroll myself. Don't get me wrong, I'll do it. But if I can turn the little free money into a little $2 or $5 tournament, hit a run, and start with their cash, I'd way rather do that. Uh, so I shouldn't need more than that. Like $110 US. Like unless it's a bad run, I should just be able to build it into something more than that. And I've done that in the past, of course, but it's pathetic when you have like from here. If I were to go and just wipe out that $110, it's like, well, what was I doing? Was I playing too aggressively? Was I playing dumb, or did I really just get a bad run of luck? But sometimes what happens is you start to play dumb. It's tough. You know how it is. You know how it is. So I hope you guys are ready to crush over there. And I want you to play smart and play the money taking role, Chris. I know, not fun, Chris. I want money taker, Chris, over there. So.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be on my budget or on my drink limit, so that should help. But yeah, back to your win. I think that's huge, and I think if you could do what we talked about a few pods ago, maybe one of our first pods is the 1% rule, max 2. Like now you got 110, you basically have to play $2 tournaments max right now,
Right.
and you will crush those. Once you get up a little bit, then you play $3 tournaments or whatever it is, and you just keep taking that back, Rob. Like you can prove to people that it is amazing and you can do it. And I bet you'll be at $1,000 very soon if you actually follow that. As long as you can put in enough hours on the felt, because you've always been a good tournament player. So I think you'll have good result, especially at those lower levels. Super.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It's super easy. And of course, you always have to get the luck, which is the hard part. But you're right. Like the competition level is pretty bad, and when you start to roll, they start to get scared of you, and so they should. Sometimes you're like pulling out hand after hand after hand and just wrapping people up. So, anyways, good times. It's always nice to run deep, no matter what, and so feeling pretty good about that. And yeah, just general good stuff. So going back to your guys' night at the River Rock there, are you guys staying there, or are you guys just gonna play all night and then jump on a plane?
Yeah, so I got we have a couple options. It's not till June, so we got about 5 weeks to determine this. So I have a cousin that lives in Vancouver somewhere. I don't know the town. We'll call it Richmond. But she would let us stay there. But that means we got to get there, probably not get to her house until midnight, and then leave at 6 a.m. anyway. So what's the point in sleeping for a few hours? So I told these guys, I was like, I don't want to really gamble all night because that's a potential that we can lose a lot of money. So our current plan is to kind of do what you just talked about, hide beers. So we're going to stash beers outside. Like we're going to get, say, a 24 pack of beers.
Wow.
And stash them outside the River Rock, go in and gamble for half an hour or whatever, and then go drink a beer, and then stash them in a different spot and kind of play a game with ourselves and see if we can do that. Because if we go outside and we have a beer outside and relax every half an hour to an hour, then I think that limits our chances of losing. I mean, we're all pretty addicted to gambling when we start gambling. So if we get on a bad run, then it could wipe out a decent amount of our bankroll pretty quickly. And that would suck on the night before we get to Vegas.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. And those table minimums in there, I think we'll see. I haven't been, like I say, we'll see what the table minimums are for you guys there. Hopefully they got some $10 tables that you guys can just have a little. I get some play on. Like $5 would be fine too, but you just don't want to be forced into a 25 bet because you have to run so well no matter what game you're playing on a 25 per bet. So yeah, but anyways, that sounds like a good time, man. Yeah, I definitely I'm interested. We'll see how. Hopefully you'll be able to report back and say, JB, I played smart and I took Vegas for a couple, maybe a thowie, maybe two thowie. So I'll be interested to see what happens there. Um,
My
anyways,
Vegas trips in
yeah,
general, my Vegas trips have gone like this. Started pretty good. First trip, I probably won 2 grand, paid for the trip and won 2 grand. Then it went down to winning a grand and paying for the trip. Then it was 500 paying the trip. Then it was breaking even. And now the last few, it's been losing whatever, somewhere between zero and say 2,000. So definitely on the negative trajectory. So it's time to turn around. I agree. It's time to show that I can do it, prove to myself and to you
yes.
that it's possible again. I'm going to bring it back. I can stay away from the blackjack tables, or control myself on the blackjack tables and play good poker and do good things. So we'll
I
see.
love it. Yeah, the snap call. I know the fans. They want it, Chris. They don't care how you profit as long as you profit. If you, even if you steal some money off somebody on the street and come home with a little extra, we'll be okay with that. So that's okay. But yeah, I know the snappers. They really want it. So they're feeling it. So we'll just keep following you. And I think when you're actually down there, there'll be some live snap call updates. So people can be looking forward to that. It's going to be big. I'll be here holding down the home base. Unless we get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers, like we talked about,
How's that?
right? A thousand, what? Who said it?
Drop a zero, baby.
Thousand, what? Go ahead, guys. Try to send me to Vegas. We're gonna need some clicking happening to make that happen. But anyways, we love you guys. If you are listening, if you've listened this long, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, send us an email, snapcallpodcast@gmail.com. We want your questions. We want your bets. If you've got some long-term bet out, if you've got a trip coming up, going to Vegas, let us know. We want to hear about it. We want to hear what you think about that as well. So please let us know. And we'd love to hear from you. It makes us laugh, makes us want to do this more. So anyways, we're loving it. Chris, we're going to talk a little bit about pizza. I know it's a big hard turn, but we were gonna talk a little bit about pizza, hot versus cold. So why don't you? I know you've got some pizza. We won't talk about your weird pizzas you like because you're one of your toppings are different. But yeah, talk to me about hot versus cold. How do you go about your pizza consumption?
Well, first of all, I want to finish off the last conversation. I will put even money bets. If anyone has an even money bet, they post a comment. I'll throw $20 on anything. My money. I'm not going to post it for them. But if anyone comments on a bet they like between June 17th and June 21st, World Cup soccer is on, so that would be a good bet. So if anyone wants that, just post on any of our socials and hit a comment, and I'll do it. But in terms of cold or hot pizza, I like pizza. I like, if I was rating hot pizza versus cold pizza wins, just straight up.
Okay.
But maybe warm pizza is kind of my ideal situation. Like you get the pizza, guy delivers it, or even get it from Domino's. I wouldn't like that. Cheese is melting all over the place. Like you pull it out, right, of the
Yeah.
box, and it's
Yeah.
dripping.
Yeah.
I like when it all stays together. So it's got to be at a, I don't know, not room temperature, but warm, I would say. Um, but also that next morning when you have some leftover pizza, going into the fridge and grabbing it out. I mean that's one of the better things, and maybe it's because you're hungover when you're doing that sometimes, and it just tastes better. But cold pizza, I think, is heavily underrated. I think if more people tried it, they would like it. But the main component for me is keeping the toppings and the cheese together, not having it all messy and sauce everywhere and everything like that. Just keep it clean. You don't need a plate even when you got warm or cold pizza.
Right. No, I agree with you on those two thoughts. Like especially the warm walking the middle where the cheese is still congealed, and it's you know, you can all the toppings are stuck in it, and so I love that. And any of the melty drippy cheese, like it's just too much. Like, and then the dough usually underneath is usually a little bit like wet and chewy because the cheese is so hot. It hasn't had a chance. Even the dough can be out of sorts, you know, as well. I like a heavy amount of sauce. If and I think I like marinara as a base, and I like barbecue sauce. I like both of them. I make pizzas at home sometimes. I'll throw some barbecue sauce down as the base sauce, and with chicken, bacon, pineapple, maybe some fried onions sometimes, cheese. Like, yeah, I've made some wild ones, Chris. And so, but yeah, chicken, barbecue, bacon, that kind of stuff, and pineapple, like all that kind of those tastes just wow me on the pizza scale. And there's some like big name places that don't even offer like barbecue sauce as a base. I'm pretty sure. Looking at you, Panago Pizza. Let's go.
I didn't know they didn't offer it. I thought everyone offered that.
Wow,
But
I
what do
know.
you do? What do you do for pizzas? Because we just recently started doing naan bread as the base. So what do you do? Do you buy the actual things, or do you make it yourself, or what do you got?
Yeah, like I was on a roll there for a bit where I did make my own dough. Does take more time, but I was making it. So I've made dough at least 30 times over the last 5 years. So bam, a knowledge drop, dough. There's a lot of work in the dough, which is pretty much my life around here. And but you know what I learned, Chris, is one of the things they'll suggest is that not to use regular flour, to use what they call bread flour. Bread flour, a specific type of flour that I guess is a little more not so. It's a little more fluffy, I guess. I don't know what it is, but they say it's better for pizza dough, so I've been using it. It works pretty good. Um, um, but that's only when I'm feeling at my like when I'm feeling good. I'll make some dough. Man, it's fun. It's fun. I really do like bacon though. Bacon, chicken, barbecue sauce. Like that's all I really need. If I those three toppings and cheese, of course, you gotta have a good amount of cheese. But you're trying to make me hungry. I bet you the viewers are getting hungry. We need a pizza sponsor for the Snap Call podcast. So let us know if you're out there and you have a pizza shop and you can get it to Vancouver Island. Let us know. We're right here. We're ready to eat it. So, and we will get your name out there.
We're also looking for beer sponsors, right? I'm working at North Shore Brewing Company, so the cream of the crop, good beer. And the picture on there
Ooh.
is that Macho Man?
Yeah, oh yeah, brother. Ooh, yeah, the cream of the crop. Oh yeah. Looks like we got a guy who's drinking beer on the couch. Oh yeah. All right, there you go. That's my matcha. Not bad for the viewers on the spot. Cream of the crop. What was the name of the brewery? We'll drop the name again. Let them know.
North Shore Vancouver Brewing Company. That's what it
Nice
looks
job,
like.
North.
So,
Nice job, North Shore.
yeah.
So go, yeah, get their beers, drink them, and we love you
Oh,
guys at the North Shore.
hold
Good
on,
job,
Bridge Brewing. We're going to go Bridge Brewing.
Bridge
That's what
Brewing.
official name
That,
is.
that's what I knew you meant. Bridge
Yeah.
Brewing. Check, check, 1 2. Uh, we like tall cans bigger better than short cans, but we also drink small ones. We drink all of them. We'll drink the Pepsi style like super small can if you send them to us.
There you go.
We'll drink those too. I don't
As an
think they make those
audible
for
of the
alcohol.
line. Little Omaha.
Down up, down up. Wow. So, anyways, I think we're on our way to our beer sponsor. This is big. So, anyways, Chris, it's a big pod. What else has been going on in your world? Do people want to know? You know, it's been a few days, 7 to 10 days since we got a pod out. Um, Partly due to technology, partly due to Jesse not being available every time you call him on the 3 to 4 times per day you do call him. But yeah, let us know what's going on in your life.
I played my first baseball game this year, so I'm on a baseball team. I'm 43 years old, and most of the guys on the
Yes.
team are in their 20s. We're a pretty good team. A few years ago, I transferred this team. I went from the worst in the league to the best in the league. So as a pitcher, all I try to do is pitch. Sometimes we don't have enough players, and they want me in the field. But yeah, so I pitched a few innings, and then because it was a preseason game and just everyone was batting, usually only 10 guys bat. I batted, and so I think I went 2 for 3 on the day, so pretty good day overall.
Ooh, nice. That's
Uh,
hot.
I'll set the stage for you. 6-6, bottom of 7. We're tied going into the bottom of 7. I'm the lead off. So we score a run, we win. We tie. There's no extra innings in this. So I'm
Okay.
talking to the boys before. I'm like, I think I'm going to lay down a bunt. End up going up there, fake a bunt because it's a ball. Then the third baseman pulls in, so I can't bunt anymore. Couple more pitches go by. I end up swinging, and it's a swinging bunt. So I'm sprinting as hard as I can. So just a little tiny little hit. Get to first base. He overthrows first base. I sprint to second, dive into second, make it. So I'm at 2 bag, none out. Pretty good situation for the team.
Yes. Sweet.
Next pitch, guy hits it to 3 bag on the ground. Doesn't check me. So when there's a man on second in baseball, you're supposed to check the runner, go to one. That's what all the kids are taught. He didn't check me. I was watching him, and then he just picked up the ball and threw it over to first. So as soon as he threw it, I went to third. Again, dove head first, barely made it because the first baseman threw back to third afterwards.
Yeah.
Pretty tired at this moment, but I'm on third base with 1 out. Again, great
Yeah.
situation for the team. Everyone's like, I can't. I hear him talking in the dugout, like, "What? Why is the pitcher doing that? Like, I didn't know he could run. I didn't know he had that in him." I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm getting
Yeah.
pretty hooked up, but I've just sprinted 3 bases, 90 feet. So we'll call it 90, 80, like 270 feet. Pretty. I don't know. It's enough for me and you as
Yeah.
old guys.
Yeah.
Next pitch, sac fly. So he hits it to center field, and it's not really center field. It's like just over second base, basically, maybe 50 feet past second base. Pretty
You
short
gotta
fly.
go.
Yeah, so I get back to the bag, I tag up, and I take a look at the throw. Because, like, if it's a perfect throw, I'm going to stop. That was my mistake, I think. So I take a look. He makes a throw. I think it's offline. So I go hard. And during this, I start tumbling, basically, and my feet can't catch up to my mind. And I full on pull a header, just straight head first into the dirt. And they eventually, I'm in a hot box now, and they eventually tag me out. Like, I'm so tired. I dive back to third base, and this 16-year-old kid that I know, because I used to play on that team, he's like, his dad played with me, and now he's playing on the team. And he tags me, and the end of the game. So I almost was the hero, but not. So yeah, it was it was quite the turn of events, quite the way to finish. It was the last preseason game, so it really brought the team together because everyone was laughing at me. So it was a good
Right.
scene all around.
Right. Yeah. No, that's embarrassing. I'm glad it was preseason and not the regular season. So that's a good thing. But it's weird when you have an idea in your mind what your body's gonna do, and then you realize that maybe your body can't do everything you think it can do anymore. Yeah, so like there's plays in volleyball, of course, and baseball too, where I'm thinking to myself, I can make that play. I can make that play. It's like, no, you could make that play 20 years ago, bud. You can't make it now. And but I did elevate for a little. I did elevate for a girl ball in this last softball game, and my coach was like, "You got up there," and I was like, I was like, "Yeah, well, those are my volleyball hops." So I do still have a little bit of pop in the old legs, which is good. But hopefully next time you have that opportunity, Chris, to score, you'll run it pure and score for the win, for like maybe the championship. So let's go, snap call, baby. So but love it. Anyways, yeah, we're 2-0 for our slow pitch team. But we still have to come together as a team because we got some people that don't really know the regulars, so we've kind of got a team where it's like half the people that have been there for years and half people who are new. So it's we have to have like a camaraderie time where we get together, have a little party, have a couple beers afterwards, and get to know each other a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, I think that's that's what I sent to the group chat after that play. If you look it up online, you'll see Jack Cust is his name for the Baltimore
Okay.
Orioles. You'll see him pull a similar move off to me. So I sent that video to the boys in the group chat, and I said I was just trying to do my best impersonation of him, but I was like, I was planning on having a team party, but that pretty much gelled everyone together. Like they were all laughing and having a good time after that. So I'm glad it happened to
Nice.
me and not one of these other 20-year-olds because they might have not enjoyed it as much. I just like it goes off my back. I don't care. It's all fun and games, right?
Yeah, for sure. No, that's good. Way to set the tone. Let them know that mistakes can be made, but you gotta stand tall and own them. So that's good. That's good for the team. I like that a lot. So yeah. So, anyways, I think you just saw you crack another one. I might have you for a little bit more time because I might run down and grab a top up here. I'm parched like the desert.
We're going Philip,
Um,
the blue buck.
Okay, well, I'm gonna leave you. We can always maybe cut this out, but why don't you entertain the viewers for 45 seconds? I'll be right back.
Well, the good news is you guys don't have to listen to Jesse's shameless plug of the week this time, but I wouldn't mind hearing what you guys think of his raps. We're also going to have a guest at some point next week. So our first guest will be joining us. So that's a big step in the Snap Call region. So we'll see how that goes. We haven't done it before, so we don't know what's going to happen with that guest. But we'll see, and I think that could lead into more guests and potential. Our long-term plan with the podcast is to get actual fans on there. So this is the guest we know, and we'll probably have a few more guests we know. But yeah, if anyone wants to come on the pod, we're more than welcome to give you a spot. And that was the engagement level we wanted to do with the fans. That's our long-term goal here. So hopefully we can get there.
Oh, it sounds good. Way to lay the groundwork, Chris, while I was away. I appreciate it. And there's a 50 question form they have to fill out, as well as a waiver, and there'll be about 3 Zoom calls, to make sure they're not completely crazy. But if they're legit, they're allowed on. So yeah, we'll have our team dig deep into these people and make sure they're ready to go. It's been a good time. I'm drinking the old extra old stock today. Didn't want to, but it was at the best price in the store.
Facts, baby.
And I thought back to what you were talking about in the previous pod. Sometimes you just go for the low dollar, most value, and that's what I found here.
Okay, you tell me how many you bought, but don't tell me the price. I'll guess the price based on how many you bought.
Okay, I bought a 15 pack.
$18.99.
I wish I had my little buzzer. I would hit the Family Feud buzzer right now. It's $19.99.
Oh man!
Yeah. I was so close.
Wow.
Good guess. Yeah, no, those are 2025 prices. Everything's gone up. So that's how it is today. But you know what? I saw 15 beers for $20. At 5.65%, you get a little bit of a bonus buzz in there. And they're not very good, but you know what? That's okay. They're sometimes you got to drink the lowbrow stuff. Then you know what the middle and the high end is. So I'm basically recalibrating my taste buds, I guess.
Yeah, another thing we didn't touch on last time, a little freshener, I would say. So if you don't have like a cider or something, I've started to throw a little lime juice. So if you want, like the lime juice that comes in like the squeeze containers or whatever, you just throw one squeeze in there, and it again neutralizes that flavor and gives you a baseline beer flavor that's actually pretty good. So I would suggest it, especially with the old stocks, because the new stocks might be better, but they don't have that extra punch.
Yeah, exactly. the extra old stock. These people don't even lie about how bad their beer is. They're just like, no, it's old. It's our extra stuff. It's like, just go ahead and drink it. You know, just shut up and buy it.
Not getting them for a sponsor.
Yeah. Sorry, extra old stock. Sorry, I got you guys on the line right now. Oh wow, 10 free flats. Sorry, yeah, that's great beer. It tastes delicious.
Yeah. We almost had it. Panago's out too. Like you don't put barbecue sauce on a pizza option, then Panago's out, so they're out for a sponsor. But we'll be looking for Domino's. I think they can probably afford us.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, they got the money, and if I'm wrong and Panago has an option, I've been looking for it online. If I'm wrong, Panago, reach out to us, give us 2 free pizzas with barbecue sauce on them. We'll eat them and we'll confirm it for the pod and make sure that there is. And we'll tell them how the barbecue sauce is too, and we'll also we might give them a coupon or two if you give us some coupons to give to our fans. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the Snap Call pod. I just can't believe we're growing at this rate, Chris. This is really big. It's just it's tough when I can't go to the grocery store anymore because people are they're all in my grill. I'm like, hey, I gotta buy my groceries. Can you not ask me for my autograph, please? All right. Huh? So it's big. It's big. It's a big life.
Someone we posted that hot tub video the other day. That short. And some guy on the streets was like, hey, man, I'm buying a hot tub. I saw your video. I'm buying one. So, and then another guy was yelling at me when I was driving down the road. So I don't know. I don't know if it was a random fan or someone I knew, but I'm going random fan in my head. We popped 1,000 views on a YouTube short. So that's amazing. And I think the algorithm is liking us right now, so we just got to keep popping. I'm going to be posting another one tonight. Sorry, I wanted to get this off my mind because I've been thinking about it since you said it. Barbecue sauce. You say it only good for chicken, and like what I do when I get barbecue sauce, I go chicken, feta, pineapple. I think is the move, something like that. Even just chicken and feta, it's pretty good. But what about barbecue sauce with like pepperoni? Have you ever tried it? Like I've never even tried it. Maybe it would be amazing too.
Good question. I've never gave it a shot, and so I can't really say for sure. It should be good. It should be pretty good, right? Because pepperoni is so good. It's kind of like pepperoni's kind of hot. You got the sweetness from the barbecue sauce. So maybe we could try just like a barbecue and pepperoni one time. Wouldn't that be interesting? Barbecue, pepperoni, cheese. I like feta too, so you can always throw some feta on there. That'd be a pretty interesting pizza to try.
Yeah, I just want to see what barbecue sauce can do to a pizza because I've always just done pizza sauce, and then the only time I get barbecue is when it coincides with chicken. That's the only time I ever get it. I've never got it on another piece. It always has chicken and barbecue sauce together. So I'm just going to try it on something else and see what happens here. Might blow your mind.
Yeah, no, I like it. Whenever I do barbecue sauce, I recommend putting a good amount because I find some of it cooks into the dough. It kind of thins out a little bit with the heat. So I do like. I think if you're going to be liberal with your barbecue sauce, I don't think you're ever going to think, oh, there's too much barbecue sauce here. It might get a little like drippy, but that's okay. Like I'm happy if it's a little drippy. So not cheese wise, but like sauce wise, you know. And so be liberal with the usage. Don't underdo it because you don't want too little. That's worse than too much for sure.
I'm not going to get your low grade amateur Emerald-esque pizzas here. I'm getting a real pizza from a store. I mean, I'm going to Panago, Domino's. I know Panago you don't think has an option, but I'm going to find it. So sorry to put you down here, man, but I'm going to get a real place to throw down my pizza with barbecue and pepperoni on it.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be interested in what you say, and you've never been a man to pay up for pizza before, so this is new stuff for you. Normally, you're on a dollar per slice type of math here, but it sounds like you're willing to go to $2-3 per slice. Sounds like you're Sounds like you're getting pretty too hot for your britches. Like you're the second best host on the Snap Call podcast. Like, oh, wow, yeah.
We only have like 3 more years to profitability on YouTube, so I'm planning for that now. But
Right.
you go Domino's, $8.99, medium, 2 topping pizzas. Sauce doesn't count as a topping, so you can get pepperoni and whatever you want. And that's the deal. So I might even order one on the way home, to be honest with you, and try it out. I am gonna order one on the way home. I just made that decision because I haven't had dinner yet.
Wow, that's awesome. All right.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna talk on the next pod about how this pizza turned out, and it has been a pleasure. We here at the Snap Call podcast, we really appreciate you guys checking in, finding us on TikTok, Snapchat. I don't know if we're on Snapchat, but I feel like we're out there somewhere. YouTube.
No, definitely not on
Nope.
Snapchat. TikTok,
Okay, all right. Well,
Insta, and YouTube.
okay. All right. Good. No, that's good. So find us there. Drop us a like. Drop a little comment. Let us know you're out there watching. It really helps us. And follow us for sure on and subscribe on YouTube. Chris, why don't you drop a little bit of words of wisdom in the next 20 seconds as we walk this thing out.
Okay. I mean, we've talked about it here. I think you have to try new things in life. So whether it's barbecue on pizza, whether it's starting a podcast, I think just try new things. You don't know what you're missing. So a lot of people are scared to try new things, but just do it. Just try one new thing a week even. That's my suggestion to you out there in the world.
I like that. I love that. The intro song says, "Life's passing you by. You can't stay on the sidelines." And make a collar fold, stick between the guidelines, Chris Renton. And that's what we're about with the Snap Call. So I'm going to play the intro instead of the outro as we walk it out here. Are you running scared, or is it balls to the wall? All right. Thanks so much, guys, for checking us out. We'll be back in a couple of days, and we love you so much, Chris. Thanks so much for stopping by. Deuces, brother.
Deuces.